We're back with part 3 of The Man of the House. And where we left off at is on the scene where LaShale's car was vandalized. All 4 tires was flat, all 4 windows was bust out, the front windshield was damaged, and they left a note. And Andre picked up the note in between the windshield wiper and the damaged windshield, and he unfolded the note, and that's when LaShale came out there and said, "Andre, what do the note say?" And he said it said, "Be safe out here, Dre." LaShale like, "What the fuck do that mean?" He like, "Man, I don't know." Grabbed her by her arm real quick while holding his protection. They ran through the gate, ran up the stairs, went through the door, shut the door. He looked at her and said, "Look, baby, you gotta go to somebody's house that you feel safe at." LaShale like, "Andre, what the fuck is going on?" He like, "Man, didn't I just tell you I don't know?" So LaShale said, "Do this have anything about that girl you got pregnant?" Andre like, "Why the fuck you keep bringing up a girl that I got pregnant? I don't know. What are you talking about? I don't got nobody pregnant." So she continued by saying, "Well, word on the street, you got some girl pregnant and her brothers, cousins, I don't know, some motherfucking dudes are looking for you." So he instantly turned into beast mode and said, "Well, I'm not hard to find, but I gotta make sure you safe. Call somebody whose house you can go over now." She like, "Andre, what's going on?" He like, "Get my motherfucking son and do what I said." She goes up the house steps, heading to her sunroom, go in her sunroom while smiling because she don't want him to think that something is going on. So she like, "Baby, we about to go bye-bye." Meanwhile, Andre is downstairs in the living room, pacing in circles, calling his homeboy, Tim. But Tim ain't picking up the phone, so he left him a message. "Yeah, when you get this, bruh, call me." Click. So LaShale is coming down the stairs, holding little Andre's arm, and big Andre said, "So you know where you going?" She said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to my girlfriend Stacy's house." He said, "All right, I'm gonna drop you off." They go out the front door, they get in his pickup truck, and they head to Stacy's. So they get to Stacy's house. Stacy coming out the house, happy, chippery, skipping and shit. "Come on, girl, we're gonna have a good time, all right?" She don't know what the fuck going on. Andre telling LaShale, "You stay here, don't you go nowhere. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this, and I'm gonna call you when I get everything under control." She like, "All right, boo, be safe, I love you." And they go in Stacy's house. Meanwhile, Andre in his pickup truck driving, biting his teeth and shaking. He don't know what the fuck is going on. Then his phone rings. He looked down at his phone. He don't save numbers, but he familiar with that number. It's Tim. Andre picked up the phone like, "Yeah, man, what's up, man? What's up? Where you at? Where you at?" Tim confused in the motherfucker. He like, "Man, I'm on my man Sam's house. We shooting dice." He said, "Yeah, man, I just tried to call you. You ain't pick up the phone." He was like, "Man, I wasn't near my phone. We out here shooting dice. Everything good." He said, "Nah, man, some shit going down, man. I gotta get up with you." He was like, "All right, I'm about to leave here. I'm gonna meet you at my house. Give me about 15 minutes. He like, "All right, man, I'm gonna be there in 5. So he gets to Tim's house. Tim is already there. He's telling Tim what's going on. Tim like, "Damn, man, you good? You ain't do nothing out here, did you?" He like, "Nah, man, I ain't do shit." He was like, "You got everything you need?" Talking about protection. He like, "Yeah, I got everything I need, man. But we need to find out who coming at me because I need to get them before they get me." And Tim like, "Facts, because you know the streets be talking, so that's easy for us to find out who doing what." So then Tim says, "So what's the next move?" So Andre said, "Until I find out what the fuck is going on, I gotta move my baby mother and my son up out that house. We gotta relocate, and we gotta go somewhere where don't nobody know where we at." Tim says, "Facts, not even me. You can't tell nobody until we get to the bottom of this." Andre like, "Nah, I gotta let you know, cause you my man." Tim like, "Nah, fuck that. I know I'm your man, but right now we ain't trusting nobody until we find out who is who. I don't know if somebody watching me, got my shit on surveillance, gonna be following us. Until we find who the fuck the who is, then that's when we'll be back where we used to be at." So Andre was like, "Nah, you talking right." So they dapped each other up, and that was that. Now, all this happened on a Thursday. The next day was Friday. Friday night, Stacy told LaShale, "Bitch, let's go out. They ain't looking for you, they looking for Dre. We been in this house too motherfucking long. Let's go out to a bar, to a lounge. Let's let our hair down." So that's what they did. They went out to a lounge. But before they went to the lounge, they had to drop little Andre off at LaShale's mother's house. So they at the lounge, they at the bar, and they just taking the lemon drops back, having a good little time. So according to the alcoholics, when you get drunk, everybody is pretty and handsome. So now they sitting in the bar stools with their back facing the bartender, and they looking at the crowd. And they like, "Ooh, look at him. Ooh, look at him. Ooh, look at him. These bitches are playing goldfish." So one of the dudes caught Stacy looking at him. So he goes over there, get to flirting with Stacy and shit, rubbing on her leg. So Stacy told that motherfucker, "You touch me, you pay me." He said, "Oh, you a prostitute?" She said, "Nah, but if you let me, I'll work you." So all 3 of them started laughing at the bar. So the dude then look over to LaShale and say, "Hey, what's your name?" She said, "Gloria." So he says, "Gloria." So Stacy bust out laughing like, "Bitch, you could have gave him a better name than that, bitch. You gonna give him that old woman name." So LaShale like, "Damn, you drunk bitch." So he like, nah, you ain't had to give me your name. You want to give me a fake one? I understand. You don't know me. You smart. So Stacy look at that motherfucker and say, right, we don't know you. What's your name? He said, about time you asked for my name, sweetheart. My name SJ. Stacy said, SJ? Fuck you in the army? What's your name? He said, just like females, y'all don't tell me your name off the break until we get to know you. So when you get to know me, you'll get to know my name. She said, respect. What you doing after this? Buy me a drink, daddy. Lachelle like, no more drinks, you drunk bitch. That's it. Stacy said, girl, please, you got in-house dick. I'm tired of these men lying to me on Facebook. So anyway, before they left the bar, Lachelle and Stacy, SJ and Stacy exchanged information. And then they went to the parking lot, got in their car, and they hit. So as they pulled in the driveway where Stacy lived at, Stacy noticed the curtains in her living room window ain't there no more. Stacy said, something going on, bitch, get my mace. So Lachelle said, let me call Andre. So Stacy said, no, don't call him just yet. I don't know if my cat knocked that shit down. So they walking up towards the house. You got Lachelle in the front, you got Stacy behind Lachelle and shit, holding on to her shoulder, peeking behind her head and shit like they going into a haunted house. This bitch scared for her life. Lachelle like, don't hold me too tight in case we gotta run, bitch, and I fall and you get away and I get caught. These bitches in a real life scary movie. So when they get on the front porch, Lachelle looked over and she looked inside the window because she noticed the window is shattered and somebody threw a brick through her window. Stacy like, what the fuck? Lachelle like, come on, bitch, get to the car, get to the car, get to the car. We don't know who the fuck in there, get to the car. They get in the car, Stacy cranks it up. She backs out the driveway, she hit it down the street. While Stacy is driving like she in the episode of Dukes of Hazzard, Lachelle is on the phone calling Andre. Lachelle on the phone trying to explain to Andre what's going on. Stacy in the background screaming and shit. Who the fuck is these brick bitches? Just throwing bricks at people's house. So Stacy finally pulls up in the parking lot of the Exxon because that's where Andre told them to meet him at. Lachelle gets out, she wrapped her arms around Andre and she says, baby, what the fuck is going on? He like, baby, don't worry about it. I'ma handle this. He said, with my son at? She said, at my mother's house. He said, good. We got somewhere that we about to go. So Lachelle tells Andre, okay, let me make sure Stacy is good. She walks over there to Stacy on the driver's side. That bitch head is down and she texts it. She like, Stacy, you gonna be good? She said, oh, I'm gonna be good. She said, you gonna go back to your house after the windows bust out? She said, no, I'm gonna file a complaint and I'm gonna let the police go there and they gonna fix it. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go to my boyfriend's house. Lachelle like, who the fuck is your boyfriend? Stacy said, bitch, you met him, but you didn't know he was my boyfriend. Lachelle like, who? She like, bitch, that's Jack. Lachelle like, bitch, I know you ain't going with that man. Lachelle like, girl, you don't fucking know him like that. Stacy said, and bitch, you ain't know Andre like that when you fucked him in the back of that Chevy on the second night. Lachelle said, bitch, I tell you too much. Text me and walked away and went with Andre. Now, while they in the car and they driving, Lachelle just says to Andre, you sure it's something you don't have to tell me? He said, man, I'm trying to tell you. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but we gonna get to the bottom of it. So now, Lachelle and Andre, they gonna relocate. But before they relocate, they gotta stop past Lachelle's mother house to drop off some money because little Andre gonna be staying there and they wanna make sure he good. So they leaving from Maryland all the way to West Virginia is where they gonna relocate at Andre's auntie's house. Now the aunt ain't never there. It's just a property that she owned and she used that property for vacation house. The aunt lived in Detroit. Now don't ask me why the fuck they like to vacate in West Virginia. Maybe they like hunting cause she got a little farmhouse, a cabin. I don't know what the fuck it is. Wrong turn. So they've been down there for some weeks now and things have been pretty chill. Andre been communicating with Tim, asking Tim, you heard anything? What's the word on the street? Tim saying, nah, I ain't hear nothing yet, bruh, but I'm gonna keep my ear to the street. You good? He like, yeah, I'm good. Okay? Lachelle and Stacy been communicating. She been missing Stacy. Stacy been missing Lachelle. Stacy been telling Lachelle, oh, I can't keep SJ off of me. That's my new boyfriend. So she's been telling Lachelle what's been going on. Lachelle is happy for Stacy, but at the same time, they still miss each other and shit. So Lachelle can't take it no more. She like, Andre, I'm bored. When you be gone doing whatever you doing, I be sitting in these woods like a motherfucking squirrel. I need my friends down here so I can have a good time. Can we bring Stacy down here, please? Andre said, do you trust Stacy? She said, hell yeah, I trust Stacy. I know Stacy all my life. So he says, you sure you trust Stacy? She said, yeah. She said, why you looking at me like that? He said, I'll tell you in part 4.